guys actually came back. I sure do appreciate it. Glad you came back to hang out with a little junk box. And well, you know, something happened. Sometimes things just happen. You know, and it's behind the garden shed. My wife doesn't exactly know it's here. So what I'd like to do is try to get this thing running here at the house, right next to the barn. Get it put away somewhere else, you know, because, well, you know. Let's get a quick look around on this, and we'll, you know, see what we can do. Hear this thing fire up. The stupid camera doesn't want to come off. So what you're looking at is a 1970 Volkswagen Beetle. It's a fair, you know, not the prettiest thing, but still kind of cute. It's got that defrosting back window thing. It's a little bit beat up here and there. Tires. Ooh, look at these tires. They're brand new. They're old but brand new. And look at this door panel. The dash. A few cracks. Might need a headliner or headliner removal. Then already had floorboards worked on. Hey, somebody's got started. You know, I mean, it's just a little bit crunchy. A little weight reduction and air conditioning added. But really, cute little car. I got this from a really old friend of mine, and I thought I'd help him out and take it off his hands, or he thought he'd trick me. I don't know. But I think it's really a solid little car. It's just one of those things that popped up, and you know, I definitely don't plan on restoring this, though I think it could be. It's worthy. I don't know that I will. I don't know what I'm going to do with it exactly. You know, maybe stick it behind that thing was kind of my first thought. And I thought, dune buggy, probably not, you know. Anyway, in this video I plan on getting this thing to fire. I know it's not frozen. See if we can't get it to fire, hear it run, kind of gauge how well it'll run, at least in the first steps, and then get this thing out of here before I get in trouble. Alright, let me get set up. We'll be right back. Well, fresh battery. Okay, fresher battery. I've got her disconnected currently. Headlights all turn on. And came with a car cover. Kind of matches the color of it. But you can notice there, I got a steering wheel off. And turn signal switch. Turns out the YouTube guy that said just push the wires up through and the turn signal switch, you know, he didn't, I guess, having it out on the bench, and this one's so hard and stiff, and you push them through. Well, I broke the turn signal switch and got the ignition switch loose, but it won't come out either. I'm pretty sure it's because of the wires, because key, nothing. It doesn't even feel like it's doing it. It turns and stops. So it unlocks the steering wheel, but that's it. That's our problem. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I can't get too far. Pop the steering wheel back on, and I'll run some hot wires in the back there, and we'll just see what happens. Well, I gave up on the ignition switch idea, knowing that it needs one. Probably a tumbler and whole column come out. This is our solenoid wire to the starter. Little jumper feed to right there. got a bit of a miss. But just ran me a little wire from the battery over to the positive side of the coil. I'm gonna get it running a little bit, get it warmed up. I bet it comes out of it. It's a little bit of smoke. I'll get back with you. Yay. Got a little bit of a miss in her. You know, the old buddy Bill has flushed everything out, so that carburetor's probably cleaned up, gone through. First plug put in it. We'll let it run a little bit. Finally idling on its own. Oh, and the throttle stick. The cable. It goes a long way. Can't beat that, huh? Alright, so it runs. A couple jumper wires later, turns out the wife knew it was here the whole time. So it sat here for a couple, 3 weeks. It's a late evening on a Saturday night. Went to a little birthday gathering. Ain't had too much time, so tonight I'll just burn the midnight oil, install some parts. I got an ignition tumbler, an ignition switch, and the clicky-clacky thing that I broke trying to get it all apart. It's all right there in that box. Parts is pretty cheap for these little things. That's $70 for all 3 of those with shipping. And it was here in 2 days. I work for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, whatever, and it takes 2 weeks, and it's expensive. So we're going to do this real quick, not make this video drag on too long. I notice you guys like the shorter ones. But after this video, right at the end, we're going to have a little discussion about a few things, an idea I have or two, and I want to kind of get what you guys think, and I'll probably do what I want anyway, but I'd like to know. I'd like to know what you guys think. So I probably won't show you too much fine details and this and that. There's really good videos on replacing this stuff, and I won't make a good video at it. It'll just be realistic, I guess. Alright, let me get started. I'll get back with you. More cars. Alright, so it's so hard to get these wires to pull through. That's how I broke this. You know, you watch some other nicer videos, they're just like you just pull them out. Well, the ignition wouldn't come out because you're supposed to just turn it and take the little keeper off of it. Little 2 bolts, you can see one hole right there, and you just pull it right out, pulls the harness out. No, it's not like that. You got to mess with it because it's all corroded in a car that's sat forever, because apparently theirs never have. My phone, my camera's getting melty. Let me clean the, sorry. Alright, so got it apart. Figured out what happened. There's my old switch pieces. This little doodad goes between this doodad and this doodad and this inside this thing. It fell apart, and that's why the key wouldn't do nothing or anything, excuse me. So got to put back together with the original key cylinder. I like it better than the aftermarket cheapy one. It feels more solid and trustworthy. So anyhow, a little bitty tiny screw right there. Yep, everything on this car is little bitty tiny. It's like that MGA. Anyhow, the wiring colors you can see are a little bit different, but at least the posts are numbered on both, and I can figure out which one's the wire to. So anyhow, pull some more wires through, get this put in, get some wiring connections made, and turn little switch. The wiring's different on it too, but I can cut this one and the positions, and I can go by to wire up the new one, I guess. We'll see how far we get on this deal tonight. Alright fellas, well, I'm in a pinch. I'm on the side of the road and I got 2 wires I got to fix because they got cut. Somebody shot at me and the bullet went right through my harness. You know, well, you got a Bic lighter and some solder. Where's it at? There it is. There's the Bic lighter. Some say, I've heard, that you can't do this. I'm going to show you here real quick. Get that wire stripped off. You gotta be careful and you gotta be fast. All right. You're gonna burn your fingers a little bit probably. All right. So there's that end. Get this other one. And you just can't go willy-nilly. You gotta pay attention to what you're doing. Or you'll burn your car down. But I've done this for a whole lot of years. Even inside brand new vehicles, because that's what I did for a living. I'm gonna get these wires together. Just like that. Want a small repair area as you can get. Alright. You guys see that? I think so. And again, you gotta be careful. Get her hot. Get the solder in there. These bigger wires, they're a little tougher. You get them hot, soak that solder in there. There's a June bug. You go to the other side, this bigger stuff, kind of touchy. You might burn your fingers a little bit, but it'll heal. It'll get you home. There we go. Blow on my lighter because it gets hot. You don't want to melt it. Anyway, let that cool for a few. You can pull it, make sure it's good. Take a heat shrink that I already slid way up here, and it looks like I got it hot already, but that's okay. Heat shrink. Oh, I mentioned heat shrink. I forgot about that. You might use some bubble gum if you're on the side of the road. It'll work too. And there you go. I've done that for many years, and believe me, some of the guys I work with and have worked with, they don't do a job as good as that, and that will never go bad. Alright, ignition switch is hooked up. Now I'm just going to work on the turn signal switch, kind of do the same thing. The wire colors are different. The back of the switch had numbers on each terminal, on both of them, so I made sure my wiring's good, and we'll get this all buttoned up. You'll never see it. Jeez, things I do for you guys. Where's the off button? Well, everything's wired up. There's a horn wire. This turn signal switch has like 3 extra poles that, you know, so there's some loose wires. I got to button them up, but everything's soldered. I ran this thing out of gas last time we had it running, so let's just see. That. There, I try a turn signal. I don't know if I can do it with one hand. There's that one. That one out there is working. Well, that's something. Let me give her the gas a couple times. Push the clutch pedal in if I can find it. Okay. There we go. I might have to primer. I put gas in it, but oh, pressure light just went out. Alright, let me find something to shoot down the throttle at. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. A little carburetor cleaner action. Wouldn't normally do that, but this has been running previously. There we go. Carburetor needs gone through. The accelerator pump's not very good. The clutch does work really good. Brakes do not. Get this thing to idle down, maybe. Or not. Look at that. It works. Start again, just for heck's sake, huh? Huh. I wonder if the horn works. Nope, horn don't work. That's okay. Headlights work. Turn signals work. Taillights don't work, but I think it needs a headlight switch. Taillight works. Alright. I noticed the alternator light. Let me check that one more time, if you guys don't mind. Ah, look. It's charging the battery, and it's got oil pressure. Dash lights work. Alright, it's a runner. Put brakes on this thing, we could drive it. This floorboard's still kind of here. Alright, talk to you guys in a few. Alright, well, it runs. Get it buttoned up, and I'd love to put four pans in that thing, and I just might, but there's enough other rusty stuff that it would drive me crazy to just do that and not fix that. So then you're working on heater channels and all the great rusty Indiana car stuff. And I'm not opposed to doing it. It just may not happen for a good while. So we'll see. But you guys put down there in them comments what you think I should do with that thing. Kind of rat-rot it around, and I kind of feel like just leaving it like it is and putting something in 4 floorboards and, you know, having some fun with it. Maybe pull it behind that motorhome out there. But see, Ralph's old MGA here, we got a time schedule on this thing, believe it or not. No, nobody's time schedule but mine, but, you know, up there where is it? Right there is a 57 Chevrolet that's feeling neglected. So we have these things that you know need to get done. So, but what I wanted to talk to you guys about first thing, come up to the decision that I'm going to change the name of the channel. I'm going to leave that for you guys to find out here in the next week or two. Once I put some stuff together, and I just want you to be looking out. I'll probably do another video and give you guys the notice, so that when some name, you're gonna recognize it, but if you didn't, you don't know who that is and you won't watch me anymore. So we're gonna change her up a little bit, and there's lots of reasons I want to do that. I want to grow the channel. I want to, you know, in the next 5 to 6 years, I plan on not working 11, 12 hours a day and killing myself to make a good living, and I'll be to the point where I don't have to. I can do more of this stuff that I like to do, and YouTube's a part of that, only as a supplement, something to you know, just help me move along. So I think it's important on that aspect. So other than that, number 2, if you guys watched my video just before this one, it was it wasn't unexpected, but I did a video to enter a contest to win a car. Did the video and liked the video, just used my cell phone. Then read the rules, and I had to post it on my channel and send a link through an email so they could pick 10 of the ones that they liked to get votes to win the car. If you watch the video, and you'll figure it out who it is. If you watch them, you'll know what's going on. So anyhow, phone's ringing. That's Scuba. We'll call him back. So anyhow, I did this video, and I was kind of a little bit embarrassed because there was a lot of overwhelming response that I had all these people watching this video, and I wanted to kind of keep it hush-hush. If you watch the video, you understand. A good friend of mine's Boyd passed away. Heartbreaking thing, and there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do to change it. He's an old motorhead like me. Back in high school, we ran around and raced cars, and luckily never got in trouble and never got killed, but we did a lot of crazy things with cars. And he's not too much different than me, you know, as far as cars go. So I wanted to win him this car. There was another channel, I'm not going to say his name, it's an even bigger channel, tried to win the car there 2 different times. You know, I don't ever win anything, but I thought if I could win something to give to him, I thought that would be really cool. It'd give him a chance to maybe get his mind off of things, or maybe, you know, get his hands busy and you know, maybe think about him and his boy sitting there doing it together. Good or bad, I don't know. Maybe that, you know, I was hoping it'd be a good thing, and I think he would think it was cool. Anyhow, hush hush, and I kind of embarrassed that it kind of blew up the way it did, so I appreciate all your guys' you know, comments and views. You know, I feel bad that that video made more views than probably any of my other videos, but because of what it was, and so I didn't mean that. I'd rather it had been a secret, send it to somebody, have them decide, and put it on their channel. So anyhow, didn't win. 3 different cars, didn't win, but I had an idea. I decided, well, if I found the right car, I'd buy it for him. I've got a couple engines here, I've got parts, I could scavenge stuff together and give him a cool driver that, you know, it's not a restored nice car, but nice enough to park in his driveway. The neighbors wouldn't care, it'd be a cool car. So that's what I'm hitting you guys up with, is what do you think about if I can find something decent, I can take, you know, either donations of parts. I'd like a donation of parts. I think that would be fun, so that you guys, you know, will have a part of this whole thing. Maybe it'd take a little bit of time, maybe over the winter, build this car, you know, for my buddy and surprise him with it. I would love to do that. You know, if I got to go out and just buy something and do it. But I think it'd be really cool if all my YouTube friends would want to pitch in. It'd make things a little bit easier on me. I'll do the work and probably most of the money. But if you guys think this is a good idea, somebody's got a pretty decent car that, you know, doesn't need restored, could be restored, but it's a solid car that I can work on, put together, give it to him. Something cool like an old Firebird, an old Camaro. I know I'm not asking for much, am I? Monte Carlo, those are cool. He had one, you know. But let me know what you guys think. You know, good or bad, put it in the comments, okay? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let's come up with a plan, something we could do, because I want to do it for him. And I feel really strongly about doing it, so I'm going to do it. Of course, I talked to his wife first. I don't want her mad at me. You know, she's a sweetheart. So anyway, let's keep it on the down low. If we have mutual friends, some friends that are watching, you're going to know who I'm talking about. Let's not say nothing. Talk to me about it. Don't talk to him. I'd rather it be a surprise. That's the greatest thing. Anyhow, thanks for hanging out, guys. Do me a favor, subscribe if you're not. Comment and like. If you like something on this video, comment. If you don't like something, comment. That's cool. You know, share with your friends you'd think would also like this silly stuff. I'd like to get to that 1,000 mark. You know, maybe by the first of the year. Maybe we'll do something cool for that. Anyhow, I dig you guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We'll see you on the next one. Junkbox Mike, out.